Welcome everyone to Van Life Sheldon's Travel. Hello everybody, I'm Mike from Van Life Sheldon's Travels. Sheldon's a little yellow belly slider turtle. He's in the van. Today we're right here in Slab City outside of Niland, California, and we're actually building out a little casita here, and we're eventually going to put solar on it and everything. But to start, we're actually building out a little place for a Camp Chef oven and stove, just like we have, and a porta potty. So the inside of the casita has basically been tore out and completely ripped out. And I'm going to take you in there now and let you see what it looks like with everything, mostly everything ripped out. And we did build a little cabinet in the back, so I'll show you that. But this thing here that we're looking at, that is actually for the stove and the porta potty and going to be part of the kitchen as we do this. So let's go inside, take a look at the raw shell of this casita. This is actually a blue-eyed girl, which is one of the prototypes of the casita. There's only a few of these left, and they were made in the 80s. If you look it up, the fiberglass is really thin on them, guys. So we're going to have to build a rack up on the top out of steel for a solar panel, and the whole inside has to be kind of reinforced a little bit because how thin the fiberglass is. But it's really nice because you can actually pull this one with a 4-cylinder car versus the heavier 90s models where you have to actually have a V6. They weigh 500-600 more pounds, basically because of the thicker fiberglass. So, but let's go look inside, take a look at what we built, and maybe this helps you if you're doing the same thing. Alright, just excuse the mess. And we did put in a new subfloor, refrigerator. We put in this little cabinet area here. It's just rough studded up with fur strips now. But this is the area where the kitchen is going to go. And we're going to make sure all that's level. We did rewire. All the wiring is brand new coming in and will be all replaced going back from that end point. And on this side over here, we just got a bunch of tools and where the bed will be. But it's definitely coming along, guys. So we used some 16-inch material here and kind of built like a little box and everything for the stove and the sink and the porta potty. And I'll let Mike here kind of put that stuff in there so you can kind of see what I'm talking about. Get an idea of where all this stuff can go. The porta potty will go on one side, allowing for some room there for toiletries on the bottom. And then the shelf above that is actually where we're going to put pots and pans and that kind of stuff. But then the oven and the stove is actually just going to fit right up in here, which is really nice. And now you've kind of got like a little kitchen system. We did get a countertop to put on the back to fill out the gap, the circle in the front, and a sink and a place for all the batteries. But as we progress with this, we'll show you what it looks like. Well, we've actually got the little thing in here that we built. And we put the stove right in its spot. And we put the countertop in that she got. Cut it on the back side. And actually cut it to fit right inside here with the countertop. Let me turn you guys around. Well, we moved the board in here with no problems. Fits perfectly. We actually cut the countertop in the circle here in the back, and so that it fits in here perfectly. Cut out for the stove and oven. We'll be removing this top here, which will just expose the burners. The sink right here is in. We cut a hole for it. We're doing the plumbing now. We're going to use a 6-gallon jerry can as a gray tank and drill a hole and put a thing so that it'll drain. And this is how we're going to hook all this up, which is going to be interesting. If you don't know how to do this, we're using a pump and a hot water heater along with a lot of hoses and stuff. And then we're going to use the drain system here. So we're going to just kind of show you what we're doing as we do it. And we'll hook all this up and explain it to you after it gets all put in, guys. Well, I've got all my parts laid out here. I hope I have everything I need. And we're going to be tying in the sink to the hot water. So when you turn on the hot water, you get hot water. When you turn on the cold water, it's cold water. So it requires a few parts here. And we'll just kind of set the camera up, and hopefully I can just time-lapse this where you guys can see what I had to do to make all this work. This is pretty much the same setup that we have in the van. We'll be cutting off the alligator clips, obviously, of the water pump to be able to hook it up directly to the fuse panel and everything. So it'll be all wired in, and the propane and everything will be wired in for the hot water heater. But let's get this project started, guys. Well, after some finagling, I got everything hooked up. All we need to do is hook the propane, and we're good to go, guys. So, that'll complete the sink. Looks pretty good. We'll get back at you when we hook up the rest of the stuff. Okay, guys, well, we needed a gray tank in this little RV. It's got like a 15-gallon, 12-gallon freshwater tank with a fill in the back. No problem, but where's the gray water gonna go? Well, decided to take a jerry can here. I'm actually gonna turn it up like this, and the drain from the sink is gonna go in this hole in the top, which we're gonna put a little grommet and stuff and make sure it doesn't splash out, so that I can use this as a drain to the outside. So what I'm basically going to do here in a minute, I'm going to have this as a cap, And as this gets screwed on, it'll make a watertight seal right here with the thing. And I'm actually going to drill a hole right here in a minute. And I'm going to put this in here like that. Has a little nut on the back. It'll make it watertight. Then in here, I can actually screw all of this together now. Sorry, guys. And then this will come out of here. If I can hold it all. And then this will go in here and go out the bottom of the trailer so that she can dump her gray tank on the ground, or it can be contained in this jug just like this. So I'm going to install it, and when we get done, of course, we'll show you what it looks like, guys. Well, guys, you see what I did here? I kind of drilled a hole in this little spout. Got a little part here so I can screw this right on. I know I was showing you a minute ago, it's kind of hard to see what I'm talking about. But then when I push this in here, this will come outside, and now we've got a drain system. So I'm going to go drill a hole in it, and then afterwards, when it's all done, we'll let you see what it looks like all finished. That'll work perfectly for if you need some kind of a drain for your RV or your van. Perfect. Well, everybody, we're kind of wiring up the electrical system here. Doing it out here so it makes it easier, and I'll just kind of go inside and make a few connections. So we've got a transfer switch, DC AC panel, inverter, charge controller for the solar, and a whole bunch of circuit breakers, guys. So as it goes in, we'll show you a little bit more. Well, guys, we're here another day and we're still wiring stuff up. So we're getting all the AC and all the DC appliances, the water pump, the jack in the front, the lighting, the fan, all that requires wiring and connections and everything. So it's been a few days of working, but we're starting to get to where we're putting all the finishing pieces together. So when we get it all done, we'll show you. Just working on, guys. Well, guys, we've been working all day on the Casita, and it's not done, but we're going to be finishing it up in a couple of days. And when we do, we'll do a little reveal video of what it looks like all done. But till next time, we appreciate each and every one of you for watching our videos. Please like, comment, and subscribe.
Check us out on Facebook and Instagram.
More content on the Patreon.
And as always, we'll see you in the next one.
Have a good night, guys.
Thanks for watching. To get your Van Life Sheldon's travel stickers, go to our PayPal. The link is in the description below. One can be yours for $5 or 2 for $8 going to the same address. And please remember to include your address with your payment. As always, thanks for traveling with us.
And don't forget to click on that subscribe button or the